Hey everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks for tuning in to Kimmel's Irish Pub. And it's time for another movie review. And you would think I'm going to watch an Irish movie, which I almost did. What is it? Sing something was the one I was going to watch. I forget what it was. Like an older movie, but not like when I say older, like not this year or last year. But as I was looking for it, Sing Street, I was going to watch because Irish. I felt like it, but whatever. You don't care. You're watching this because you saw the title, and this is not a test, right? So it's a zombie horror thriller. It's on Amazon Prime right now. Follows Sloane and four other students who take shelter in her high school during a zombie outbreak. Sounds like it's been done many times, many ways. Could be, but who's in it? Olivia Holt. She was in Heart Eyes. I like her. I think she's got a bright future. She's in some other things like I don't know. She was in a Christmas movie too. She did the Valentine's Day Hard Eyes, and then she was in a Christmas robbery movie, and now she's in this. So I like her acting. But then Missy Peregrine is also in it. And she's listed as number one on here, so she might not be in here that long. But she was in a movie called Stick It. Like she's in like a lot of TV shows now, but she was in a movie Stick It. This is when my wife and I used to watch movies together. Stick It was funny. I mean, I laughed a lot at that movie. They don't call it gymnastics. That's not her quote, but that was one of the quotes. Anyway, it's only a 4.8 on IMDb, 948 people rated so far. I'm not expecting a lot, hour and 43 minutes long, but I don't know. Sorry, it's not an Irish movie, but at least I'm dressed for the occasion. Let's get into it, find out what it's about, give you a better idea. Let you know what I think. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of This Is Not a Test. And first things first is it is definitely not a 4 point whatever. It is not that bad of a movie. Like I was expecting a lot worse. I thought going into it with that low of a score it was probably a comedy that might have missed the mark. There's no comedic moments in this at all. Um, it is just a zombie apocalypse type movie and fight for survival type thing. So I was happy about that, because sometimes they get silly and ridiculous, and I wasn't. That's not what I wanted, and I didn't get it. So definitely not a four. I mean, I'm up for around about a six. I don't know. I don't understand what was wrong with it. There are a couple notes in here, that I think they could have done better. And I'm gonna be spoiler alert, whatever. I'm not gonna ruin the ending, but I'm gonna talk more openly about the film, just so it makes it easier on me. And I think people like that, but it's that basically that's what happens if zombie apocalypse comes about and these kids have to go to their high school to barricade themselves in and save their lives, right? And they kind of all know each other and they all end up there. That's it. And they're surviving. And there's there's other things that happen. People break into there and they have to determine, are they infected, are they not, all that kind of stuff. Um, Oh, well, I wish I could remember the other movie. There was the Cabin. You saw the Cabin. I don't know, a little bit of that. I think Cabin Fever. Cabin Fever was the movie. So like that kind of vibe, if you will, a little bit. But these kids are fighting for their lives. They're eating the school food and sleeping and trying to figure out what to do. And the one part that I don't know, didn't make clear. There's two things that I have written down here that I will say. One was the fact that they're in the auditorium, this gym, this high school for a period of time, right? But it makes it like it feels when you're watching it, it's like a day, 2 days, 3 days, whatever. But then it makes it feel like longer periods of time. Like they start asking, what's it like out there anymore? Like anymore. It gives a sense like they've been in there for like a couple of months. But you know what I mean by that question, but yet they weren't. So I don't know. I thought that was odd. The timeline piece didn't work for me there. Um, and then the other thing that I think it was an hour and 46 minutes. I say right, hour and 43 minutes with credits, so not that long of a movie. I think there's pieces they could cut out and develop those characters a little bit more. We got Olivia Holt's character pretty well developed with her home life and great, but the other people, I want to know more about them. I want to root for them, and give me a little bit more. And I think that takes it to the next level, in my opinion. And I don't know, maybe not everybody likes character development. Like, who cares about these characters? We just root for one and hopefully the others, whatever, But I think you get a little taste of them, but like Gary, Cary, Carey, I guess his name was. He, he's like the thrust into the leadership role. I want to know more about him. You know what I mean? The what I think boy and girl, the fraternal twins, I guess. Like we got a little bit about their mom, but more. And then the other kid, Froy or whatever, that's his actual name. More about him. They're going to spend a lot of time in this thing getting to get. That would have been great. I would have enjoyed that a little bit more. And then what happened to our man, right? Our leader at the end of all this, right? So I get it. He's sacrificing himself for the good of the group. Let's see either of those heroics. He's running, he runs the zombies. Like, okay, great. But like, they go back to the house. That big moment happens with the sister and the father's there. Okay, I get it, right? But how about a shot of him? I'm thinking maybe he's running as the car's pulling away, and either they stop, pick him up, or he's running and he's already infected and they're just driving away. That kind of thing. Like that little piece of closure I wanted for our man who did everything for the group. That piece. I mean, I guess the closure was him running away, but that's not enough. Not enough for me. I think you do a couple of things there, and not that I know how to do it. They're just my recommendation. But I know there's writers out there that can make the character development in like short couple of scenes, not extending the movie at all, wiping out some of the other stuff that wasn't needed. Do that. A little glimpse of Carrie at the end, and we're talking cinematic gold. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to continue to make zombie movies. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, how do you? Who goes in the room and be like, let's make another zombie movie? And that maybe is why it scored so low, or why it's scoring so low. But if you're okay with it, and you're okay with repeating the type of plot line in a sense that zombies are coming and you got to survive, I thought this one played out pretty well. So there you go. That's what I got. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for tuning in. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Kimmel's Irish Pub.